All right, here we go. Listen up. Now, we talked this week about being a disciplined bunch, all right? And we talked about our game plan causing us to be disciplined, all right? Let's make sure we handle that tonight. We've been blessed. It's been a good day so far. Let's don't run it here. Let's make it even better.
Give me strength.
Give me strength.
I give you glory.
I give you glory.
Give me strength.
Give me strength.
I give you glory.
I give you glory.
Give me strength.
Give me strength.
I give you glory.
I give you glory.
Give me strength.
Give me strength.
I give you glory.
I give you glory.
We've got new information after a night of gang violence in Knoxville.
3 shooting scenes, 2 dead and 1 hurt. A 15-year-old boy was killed in a shooting on Badgett Drive.
That victim, Zaevion Dobson, was a sophomore football player at Fulton High School, and today we learned Zaevion was killed trying to save others.
Zaevion Dobson, a 15-year-old Fulton High School student and football player, was struck and killed after he had jumped on top of 3 girls to shield them. To shield them from the shooters. Those are the kind of things you read about from war heroes. Those are the kind of things you read about, you know, from folks in my line of work. But at 15 years old, I mean, you know, just to have the fortitude, right, to make that decision, pretty amazing.
I hadn't probably been in my house maybe 30 seconds walking through when I got my first text asking what happened. And I'm looking at the text, what happened with what? Devastated me and devastated my family to think that one of my players was dead that night because of senseless gunfire.
You're standing there doing what kids normally do, right? And then out of the blue, gunmen come out and start randomly firing. The description of what took place then was people took off running, right? But Zaevion, instead of running like everyone else, and we certainly know from his athletic prowess, he certainly could have run away. But he sees 2 little girls that just basically froze in their tracks. And so he jumps on top of them. And as he jumps on top of them, he takes a round.
It's terrible, it's devastating to know that your child was murdered by a gun. It's violent. It's sad. It's awful. But I'm gonna keep going because he would want me to. I'm not gonna give up.
Zaevion Dobson was a sophomore at Fulton High School in Knoxville, Tennessee. He played football, beloved by his classmates and his teachers. He headed to a friend's house to play video games. He wasn't in the wrong place at the wrong time. He hadn't made a bad decision. He was exactly where any other kid would be. Your kid. My kids. And then gunmen started firing. And Zaevion, who was in high school, hadn't even gotten started in life, dove on top of 3 girls to shield them from the bullets. He gave his life to save theirs.
When I heard, it just broke me down. I got a call from my mom and it was just heartbreaking.
The day after it happened, like we all had a team meeting. And all you could hear was just crying and tears everywhere.
You know, Zaevion, I probably kind of smile every time I hear his name. I've often described him as a fun guy. before or after practice, you always saw a ton of people around his locker because he was usually over there cracking a joke on somebody or telling some kind of story, and everybody just thought he was so funny.
Everybody used to go around his locker on game day practices because he was the funny guy, like just crack jokes. And he was on the edge, like he's right around the corner from me.
He used to walk me to a second block, and he'd tell Miss Brown, I'm dropping off my son. And it was just funny.
You know, I try to take stuff from Zaevion and put it in myself because he has so many good qualities that I want to have. So I think about Zaevion all the time. And
I just wanted them to be a part of something. You know, just get involved. Build your character. Know what your drive is. Learn the game. So Zaevion was the type that studied the X and the O man. He would write plays. He just really liked the game.
We did everything together. Like, our mama always kept us in every sport. I mean, we did football, basketball, baseball. We were on a swim team at one point. Football was just what we liked the most. That's what we stuck with.
One of the most touching things that happened that night, then probably at, 3:30, 3:45 in the morning, Zach texts me and says, Coach, I want to wear my brother's number next year. I want to wear number 24. And obviously granted him that wish. So after this happened, we're trying to think of ways that we can make Zaevion's legacy live on, not just by doing a T-shirt but something that will spark conversation, something that will show honor to him. And the decision to try to renovate our weight room and I guess give it a total makeover. When I found out about the Lift Life Foundation and what they do, could we be a candidate for that?
So it's 4:30 in the morning, just leaving to head to the airport. We're heading to Knoxville, Tennessee to meet up with Coach Black and the rest of the Fulton High School staff for our second Lift Life Foundation project. The Lift Life Foundation is a nonprofit organization that renovates underfunded high schools into state-of-the-art facilities. We take crummy and unsafe weight rooms and we turn them into these spectacular spaces with amazing equipment that students can really get excited about and have amazing tools to help them with their fitness journey. So we selected Fulton High School as our second project for a few reasons. So the combination of seeing Fulton High School's weight room and Zaevion's story is the reason why we chose Fulton High School as our second Lift Life Foundation project. All right, here we are.
I think we get a bad rap at Fulton. I don't know that I would label us inner city, but we're called an inner city school. I think people on the outside, when they actually get in and actually see what we're all about, we're pretty impressive.
I would say from outside, we're probably known for our athletics. I mean, we especially here the last, 15 years, we've had a really great run of athletic success.
I think a lot of kids see it as a way out. They see athletics as a way to a better life. They see a lot of their former classmates that play on Saturday that they can watch on TV, and that's appealing and enticing. So athletics to this community it plays a huge role.
Really, in this community, like you have to stay in doing something positive. I mean, because if you're not, you're most likely going to get in trouble or something bad might happen.
I've been playing football for about 9 years now, and I played baseball ever since I could pick up a glove.
We think of our school as one of the best athletic programs in Knoxville or East Tennessee, period.
Ever since I picked up a football, I've always wanted to play, and ever since I played flag, it's just like I fell in love, and ever since then, I just kept playing and playing and playing.
We don't have a whole lot of money. We don't have a whole lot of funding. We don't have a whole lot of people out there helping us, raise money.
We don't receive any funding for athletics at all from our school system. And I'd say that's probably pretty normal across the board at this point. Our local dollars and our state dollars and our federal dollars are all tied back to the classroom some way or another. So all our athletics are self-funding.
The money that is raised here is done from gate receipts. It's done from the coaches that get out there and hustle. So our facilities, they're not bad, but there's parts of town that are probably better.
We work out a lot. Well, we always want to get bigger and stronger, and the weight room definitely helps us with that.
I mean, in the summer, we have to go to the weight room. I mean, we have to.
In the off season, we're in there probably about 3 times a week, and we just lift, try to get stronger and faster.
I don't know, it's just something I like to do. I just like putting a lot of weight on there and giving it my all.
Our biggest challenge is making sure our kids have all that they need to compete when economically that's just a challenge nonetheless.
All right, we're here at Fulton High School in Knoxville, Tennessee. We're gonna walk into the school right now and get a tour from Coach Black and the rest of the staff. From the Lift Life Foundation, we've got myself, Dean Sakamoto, our program coordinator, and our facilities guys, Jim and Dylan. So let's get in there and see what this place looks like.
The first initial trip that we take to any school, we really just kind of start that brainstorming process of what do we want this space to look like? How can we, manipulate it to bring it back to life?
Hello, everyone.
Hey,
How are you?
how's it going?
Rob Black. Kirk Calzagorda, nice to meet you. Yeah. Rob Space. Kirk, nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you.
What's up, buddy? Good, how about you?
Welcome to Knoxville.
Thank you very much.
Knoxville.
Yeah, this is awesome. Coach Black is an amazing man. I mean, you can just tell that the minute you meet him. The more you're around him, the more that's apparent. And especially, he's like a father figure to these football players. He wants to see them succeed more than just, winning football games. You mentioned in your submission video that you thought having a new weight room would kind of inject a sense of pride in not just the athletes, but also the rest of the student body to maybe encourage and entice them to get in there and start living a healthier life.
We know if they're here with us, they're safe and they're doing something worthwhile to better themselves, and no better place to do that than a weight room.
Absolutely.
The goal is to go out there, meet with the school themselves, make sure that they understand who we are as a foundation, what we're trying to accomplish, and then really start kind of the design phase of it. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the school. I mean, the weight room in general. I mean, how big is it? What types of programs are you guys using through it?
Size-wise, I haven't really measured to tell you square footage. I know we don't have a whole lot of space for the amount of kids that we have. Everybody uses our weight room. It's everything from athletics and all our athletic teams to our PE classes, wellness classes. We have staff.
If you don't mind showing us the weight room, I'd love to get in there and see what we need to do to transform the space.
Absolutely.
Right out this way.
Walking in, we didn't quite know what to expect, so I wasn't sure exactly what the state of the entire gym was going to be.
Yeah, the weight room itself is pretty uninspiring. I mean, you walk in and it's very cold, stale feeling.
There's a few things that doesn't work, like it's taped together and we just can't use it because it doesn't work. The pulley things, we pull down, there's a few weights in there that's taped together. The treadmills, they don't really work like that.
This might be like an original treadmill.
They probably don't make these
first
anymore.
treadmill ever made.
Yeah.
The first thing I noticed was how well they take care of what they do have, which is not much. A lot of the equipment is broken, pads are torn.
A lot of the equipment I guess you see on the outer edges is older equipment that's either been given to us. An old floor, I don't know that this floor is really made for a weight room. I think it's a little thin rubber floor. You see a lot of rusted equipment and stuff that's not functional. We've got shoestrings holding that one together over there.
There was some existing weight equipment that really was in decent shape, but once we got there and kind of really dove into the nuts and bolts of what that gym had, it was in rough shape.
The current state of the weight room definitely needs an overhaul. There is a lot of outdated equipment. As you can see, some of the dumbbells have rust on them.
We've got a ton of old cardio equipment that has super dated, probably from the early 80s. It just really needs, some TLC and some love.
Some of the plates are rusted, the bars are rusted. Some of the bars you can't even get out of the racks.
Well, believe it or not, we've got a lot of extra bars over here, but we can't get them out of their stands. They're rusted in, so if we can't use those. They're stuck in there. We've got another set of them over there too.
Is it utilized daily? Each
Yeah. So there's usually somebody using this weight room every day, and that's summertime, and that's during the school year.
I mean, this is a really cool space, but we're going to be able to upgrade, and kind of take this thing to the next level.
Coach Black made it really clear kind of what his wish list was. He loved the Fulton branding.
They wanted something that was flashy. They wanted something that they could show it off to the other teams. They wanted, something that it was something they could be really prideful of and kind of boast about how cool this weight room was. And so we really wanted to kind of create that for them.
So on that wall, this is when you come into the gym.
Michaela Fricke came on as our Lift Life designer. So she came, helped us out to make sure that everything we were doing was visually appealing, especially with the tribute wall. A floor-to-ceiling mural, that was a big component that we wanted to make sure was done very well and very tasteful.
So this will be on this back wall here. So this is Zaevion's tribute wall, and then this will be, this whole wall will be this.
We're close.
I'm excited.
So fortunately, Coach Black and the football players and some other students were able to clear all the old weight equipment out for us prior to us getting there. So when we arrived the second time, it was a kind of a blank slate.
The overall renovation process took us about 10 days total. It took everything we had to get it, basically demoed and then built back up in about 10 days.
At that point, we really focused in on the demolition portion with tearing the ceiling tiles out. The lighting, fortunately, had already been done by a partner of ours who came in and just replaced all the lighting, so that was taken care of. A big focus for us was the flooring, and once we started digging into it, we had to pull out all the tiles. It was a huge labor that we weren't expecting.
So when we went in there, we knew that we wanted to try to keep all of the students and all of the coaches out of the weight room if possible. Obviously, they knew something was going to happen, but they had no idea to what level or what degree we were going to go.
So, some rumors started. Coach Black and some of the staff were kind of just messing with the students, saying, that there was something else going in there.
I guess at some point in time, it started circling the school that we weren't going to have a weight room anymore. We were going to have a pool. So I thought that was kind of funny. I've had several kids ask me that.
What's going on with the weight room?
The last thing I heard that they were redoing it and painting and different stuff like that, but I haven't seen it.
Some people said they're expanding it, but I just think they're kind of redoing it.
Well, from my understanding, they're just putting a new floor in there and new ceilings and lights, and so far, and that's all I know so far.
We started painting, we started adding diamond plate. We built those columns back up so we could put vinyl on them. Then all of a sudden it's like, bam, equipment shows up.
So we have long-term partners that really stepped up on this project and helped us out immensely. Our equipment partner, Arsenal Strength, lighting partner, Westco, dry erase board, righty board, Catapult 3, our graphics partner, and Woodland Group, our logistics partner. They could have charged us, but once they found out what we were doing and why we were doing it, they donated their products and services to us, and so that helped us save a lot of time and money. So we're super appreciative to everyone involved to help make this happen.
This might be all the
dynamic. This is it. This is the big load. Yeah. We're not even playing around right out of the gate. Yeah, buddy.
Good luck getting that thing through the door.
We're in crunch mode, and we have no time to spare. Today we've got the flooring going in, graphics going in with C3. Equipment is delivered. Jim is unloading that right now with a massive forklift, getting that staged.
Today is going to be a very busy day. We just got done unloading 14 pallets of weight equipment. The flooring right now is getting cut in. We're waiting for them to finish the install. It should be done by 6 or 7 tonight. And then our crew is gonna come back in late tonight, unpackage everything, get everything staged and into the weight room, ready to be assembled tomorrow.
What?
Why are we doing it in the dark?
Because our floor manufacturer had a water jet go down. So that put their production time 2 days behind, which put the flooring guy 2 days behind, which means we're 2 days behind. So we gotta catch up, work all through the night, get it done. So we're behind. And it's not humid at all. So that's nice. Dry. It's a real dry.
Some of my favorite moments of working on the project, I mean, it seems like just a grind to go through it, but I mean, we've got a really great group of people that come along to help us with this.
Honestly, I'm feeling just on top of the world that we finished this project. For one, this happened in our backyard. The reason that we're doing this particular project, it's personal to us. But this is a way that we can also show that we're giving back to our community by doing this and supporting Zaevion and his family.
Yeah, it just puts it into perspective of how much we've got to know Zaevion through this process, you know. And I just take great pride in what we're doing as a foundation. Not just for the school and the material things. It's not about that.
Real quick right here. We're excited about tonight. We're excited about it being homecoming. We've had a transformation going on here. So I want to introduce a group of people that have been here doing stuff for you for the past 2 weeks. I know you've heard a ton of rumors. So I'm going to introduce Kirk, Calzacorda, and the Lift Life team. If they'll come on stage, please. Thank you.
The energy in there was amazing. Kids were so excited. They knew something was in the air with homecoming and with us there. Hello, Fulton Falcons. Are you guys ready for the game tonight? I can't hear you. All right. So the Lift Life Foundation is a nonprofit organization that transforms old, dilapidated, and unsafe weight rooms into state-of-the-art facilities. When Coach Black nominated Fulton High School's weight room, it was obvious that it was in disrepair and could use our help. But once we heard about Zaevion's story, it was clear that Fulton High School had to be our next project. Zaevion's valor, outgoing personality, and dream big attitude inspire us to do this project in honor of him. So thank you to Zenobia and Zach Dobson for allowing us to do this in honor of their son and brother to ensure that his legacy lives on forever.
Coach.
So, yep. Come on through, guys.
Wow. This is unbelievable. Hey, did you see the logos on the plates?
Yeah, first thing I said when I walked in, I guess, was wow. And as I walked around, you know, everything's first class.
amazing. This is amazing.
You know, I read Zach pretty good, and I saw excitement. I saw some emotions. I know he's proud of it. I know he's proud of his brother.
I can't even describe
Detail of work that was done here for our kids and in honor of Zaevion. Like I said, it's first class.
Oh, see, they're putting in new speakers.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we bumping now. Coach, we bumping. I'm sorry.
Well, I think you've seen it in the kids' faces, right? The transformation. You know, I've talked to several of them as they were moving about, and they all said the same thing. They want to hang out here. That's touching, very fitting. And, you know, I was over there with Coach, and, you know, they got a little emotional. And, you know, it's very fitting, and, you know, something for them all to strive to do, you know, is to live the life like Zaevion did.
Wow. I didn't think it was gonna be like this. Wow. It's awesome. It's all that. It speaks to high volume, that picture. 24 strong, and I'm watching over you fellas. It's just so amazing. And wow, it warms my heart to know that he sacrificed his life for his friends, so his legacy will live on.
It's amazing. I mean, earlier I was about to cry.
Oh yes, it's great.
If someone walks into the Fulton weight room, I want them to see the potential and promise of what that weight room represents. Whatever they're striving to achieve, that weight room is kind of a sanctuary for them to go into and to put everything they have to achieve their goal. And I want them to look at Zaevion's tribute wall and get encouragement and motivation from him.
It's beautiful.
Knowing that that's the way that they should live their life. That they should live like Zaevion.